Gerald is totally judging us because this closet is a mess. It is finally the time of the year when I finally stop procrastinating and declutter my closet. Before I begin, first let me show you what I am working with. I currently have clothes all over the place, as you can obviously tell. Um, yes, I tend to not hang my clothes after I'm done wearing it if it's still clean. Down here, I was actually folding my clothes and I decided, hey, why not record this and hopefully provide others some motivation. And on this side of the closet is my editing station where I edit all of my videos. Although my jeans seem like they're nicely folded, I definitely need to declutter and get rid of some jeans. Also, some items in my closet just simply don't belong here. On this side of the closet is my workout clothes, skirts, and belts. And this clothes that you see on the floor is actually clean. I am going to hang these up, hence I moved them to the side while I was folding. And up here, it's just simply a hot mess. There's no other words for it. There's random receipts over here, some random cold cash that is actually expired. I am just ready to begin cleaning this hot mess. Well, the motivation is ongoing, of course. We all know how quickly motivation can come and go, and I am going to take advantage of my current motivation to declutter. I will also be getting rid of some panties, some bras that I don't use, and I have way too many socks for my own good. They're not here, of course, they're on the floor right now, but certainly it is time to get rid of some. Alright, let me share my plan here. My plan is to get rid of the dust and then progress my way downwards. I'm going to remove my clothes from this section to avoid any dust landing on my clothes. And here is my hidden shirts. But let me give you a brief walkthrough of where my clothes did land. Some are on my chair, some are on the floor. I have many of these purple hangers which I will be getting rid of. My plan is to have matching hangers, all of the white wooden ones with some beige. We'll talk more about hangers later. For now, and let's get to the fun part, which is getting rid of that dust that has been accumulating for probably over a year. Honestly, I have not cleaned up here in a while. And when I do clean my closet, I really just neglect this area, to be honest. On the way down, I rubbed my fingers on this pole and look at how messy this is. Certainly going to wipe these down. I haven't seen the shirt in so long, and I believe I placed it here because I am planning on giving the shirt away. So glad to find that. Same with this cardigan. I placed it here because I am going to either store it away or give it away. But I'll be reviewing all the clothes that I plan to give away or store away later. For now, I will continue cleaning so that I don't get derailed and lose the motivation, because we know how quickly motivation comes and goes, especially when you're decluttering. I love the sparkle in these dresses, but I believe I will be giving those away as well. Same with most of these dresses. This one is very transparent and I require to wear something underneath. But I do like the fit. This one was given to me by my sister, so I will certainly be keeping this. And I got it towards the end of the summer, so I didn't get to wear it this year, but certainly next year. After realizing that I have a lot of clothes to go through, I've decided to make two piles. One where I am sure that I'm going to give away, and one where I am questioning if I'm going to be keeping and storing it. Some of these dresses I sadly never wore, but I am still contemplating on keeping or storing away. So I'm just going to put it in the pile of keeping for now. This is my initial review. I will be reviewing the clothes while I am hanging them up and asking myself if I really will wear it in the upcoming year. But first, let's take a quick break and go see our baby Gerald sleeping next to my Tato capybara. Isn't he just so adorable? Since there's lots to do, let's proceed. I am now reviewing the clothes that will most definitely be hung up or was already hung up, but I'm still questioning, will I be wearing this in the upcoming year? I don't know, at least for a lot of these. So it's a tough decision, but it needs to get done, and I will certainly be reviewing one by one and asking myself that question. The plan here is color coordinate from darkest to light. However, I'm not certain how the colors will flow because I do have some very bright colors. But let's see how it goes since I'm kind of thinking this through as I move along. I hope you see the vision here. I am happy with the way the colors are flowing at the moment. And when you're organizing your closet, it is very important to pay attention to detail. As you saw, I briefly moved the sleeve to cover the hanger. I know it's a minor fix, but it goes a long way when you're looking for a more clean look in your closet. Which leads me to my second point, that is changing the hangers. Currently, I have purples, grays, beige, wood and white hangers. My goal here is to transition all to wood and white hangers, but as you may know, hangers can be pretty pricey, especially the wooden ones. So what I do is every paycheck I buy a pack of hangers, which costs around $26 for the white wooden ones. And I finally gathered enough hangers where my closet can look fairly aesthetic and cute. I still need to purchase more hangers, so I will in the meantime be using these beige hangers. My Hufflepuff t-shirt I've had for so long, and I think it's time to store it away, even though I'm going to miss it, but I have to move on from this shirt. I am excited to find more wooden hangers and replace my older hangers. Now that I've hung up all of my clothes that was already in hangers, I will now begin to hang up all of the clothes that was on the floor. And I will begin with my cardigan. To ensure that your cardigan stay in place, find the straps that your cardigan should already come with and crisscross them with the hanger. It should ensure that your cardigan remains in place. Because there is lots of clothes on the floor, I am going to begin to separate by sweaters, t-shirts, workout clothes, etc. After separating the clothes, it is now ready to be hung up and put on display. I feel like the color coordination came through very well, but definitely let me know in the comments below if I should color coordinate differently, or if you feel like the red belongs maybe in a different section. Because there's lots to do, I will not overthink it and proceed. Now I will clear out this section. And now I will begin to organize this chaos. I will follow the same color coordination as I did on the top layer, just because I really do like the results, and I feel like it flows better on the eye when there is some sort of pattern within your environment. Instead of creating one aesthetically beautiful video here, I've decided to leave these clips where I am deciding if the color fits well here or if I should change it and move it around, just to remind you that decluttering is not an easy task and there will be lots of decisions to be made here. So just to keep things more transparent, I've decided to keep those clips here. So this is what we have so far. I have my workout clothes, my tank tops, and my PJs down here. Up here are my sweaters and t-shirts, but doesn't that look so much neater than it did previously? Now I'm giving the clothes that is on this pile another review to see if I want to hang it up. At the moment, it seems like this is clothes that I am going to give away, and I don't think I'm going to change my mind, so I will leave this pile here and store it away later. But I do plan on making a video later on all of this clothes that I will be giving away, so definitely keep a lookout for that video. On this side of the closet, I have more of my professional clothes. I do work in corporate America, so I do have a lot of more business casual clothes that I do need to swift through and review. And I luckily do have more of those white wooden hangers, so I am happy to see that I can finally transition some of these other hangers. And it looks like all of this sneaky clothes was about to remain here, so let me clear this out before I begin to hang up clothes and it just remains there again. As mentioned previously, attention to detail matters here, so I will be buttoning all of my t-shirts, blazers, anything that has a button, I will be buttoning them, just for a more sleeker look. Now, this is where the catch is. I don't have the time to iron all my shirts, so these will remain wrinkly. And I know I said pay attention to detail here, but ain't nobody got time for that right now. I am trying to move along. I will button my shirts, but I will not iron them. That's for another day. I am working with time and motivation here, and of course, motivation goes so quickly, so the time is ticking. But I am certainly glad with the way the colors are flowing here. I am following a little bit more of a different flow here, which is from lighter to dark. And then when I get to my shirts, it's going to go from dark to lighter. And the reasoning here is because I don't have dark blazers at the moment, so I really had only one option to go from light to dark with my blazers. And once I got towards my business casual shirts, I decided to transition to darker to lighter colors. And now that I've made a lot of progress on my closet clear out, I can see so many hangers piling up. Look at all of these hangers. There's still lots more purples, grays, beige. I have a good amount. And light grays piling up here. But I am glad to see that we are making progress, and there is lots of the white wooden hangers that I will be using, and of course the beige ones as well. I've taken the time to organize my business casual shirts from light navy, black, gray. So I have color coordinated, and there's more of my wilder colors. And now it should be easy to hang them up now that I have them all in a color coordination. Okay, so it's at this point where I've realized how much I still have to do. There is a ton, but I am glad to see that the clothes is looking nice and hung up. But let's proceed and move along with this. I've decided to fold my summer dresses and store them away from next year, since I will most definitely not be wearing them in the winter. To save space within my closet, I will store them away neatly. And hey, once I unbox them next year, I may realize that maybe it's time to move on from these dresses and purchase new ones. But we'll see. One day at a time, right? Lately, I haven't been much of a jeans girl. I do wear 'em when I go grocery shopping, at least the black jeans I wear most often. So I will be looking through these and seeing which ones are ready to give away. After taking inventory of my jeans, these are what I am left with. I honestly doubt that I will wear all of these, but for now, we will keep them. I'm following the same process here. Some are long skirts that will be stored away for the summer. And this is my nice and neat pile that I will be keeping. I will be giving those away. And these are some of my shorts or skirts that I am storing away for the summer. Now, within this storage box, I have all types of items, but I don't find it very aesthetic. So I am looking through Amazon to see if there's a cute storage box that fits more of my aesthetic that I'm going for. I do like this one. I really do admire antique boxes. I feel like it gives so much character to your closet. So some of these are really beautiful, but let me continue to look through and see if I find any better deals elsewhere. But if you know any other location where I can find very cute storage boxes, certainly let me know in the comments down below. I will proceed with my decluttering. I know we can definitely lose a lot of time while scrolling through Amazon, so let's move along. Now, let us get a quick glance at what we're working with. I know it seems like a lot, but the floor is much more visible than it previously was, which is great news. Um, so let's move along here. I will be adding my Bible and notebook. I honestly don't read a lot of my Bible, sadly, but nevertheless, I do randomly get the urge to open it and review a Bible verse. So I do keep this handy in my closet. In my drawers, I do have these dividers that I received for Christmas last year, which I am super glad because I can divide all my panties instead of having them all free flowing everywhere and making my drawer look messy. So I am going to follow the same color coordination here. I'm not sure if I'm going to do darkest to light. I'm thinking I'm just going to color coordinate. But definitely I am getting rid of all of my panties that are of this material. And I will be purchasing materials of cotton, something that is healthier for my body. Now, while I clean this area, I do want to take a moment and let you know that if you are looking at videos to motivate you to declutter, you are on the right track and you should be very proud of yourself because decluttering is not an easy task. And I understand the struggle that it is to even gain the motivation, let alone actually do it. So you should be very proud of yourself. And I promise you, once you complete this task, you're going to feel a weight lifted off of you. You don't have to complete the whole decluttering in one session. You can start small and progress as you go. It is always such a blessing to see my sweetie pie Gerald by me while I am cleaning. And of course, the sky was also very beautiful here. The sun is setting. And aren't the colors just so beautiful? And I have good news. My helping crew has arrived. Gizmo is here, Trinity is here. They've noticed that I am taking my sweet time decluttering, so they have come to assist. My strategy here is to move from this corner to the entrance, and I think Gizmo certainly agrees. I certainly have to share this with you. These are Tell Me More cards, and they're supposed to simulate a conversation with someone or with yourself. Let me show you an example. This one says, when you look back at your life so far, what's something you're surprised you did, chose, tried, or became? These are definitely thought provoking, and I love to use this for journaling. I may be asking some questions in my videos inspired from these cards, so let me know in the comments down below if you want to see some questions throughout my future videos being asked that are inspired from this deck of cards. We are just about done here. There's just a few items that still remain on the floor that just need to be tucked in place. All of my filming items go underneath my desk. Let me remove all of these rags which I used for cleaning. And this is what I'm working with thus far. It seems still very cluttered, but nevertheless, we are making progress. I almost forgot that I have to clean and organize my shoe rack, so let's get to it. But before, I want to show you my hangers. I will be giving this away. Of course, I will be throwing any that are defected, but if you want these hangers, let me know in the comments down below. I don't know how I'm going to ship it to you. I still have to figure out all the technicalities. But if there's someone out there who wants some of these hangers, let me know how many you need, or if you need all of these. I will figure it out how I ship it to you. But certainly let me know. I will not be able to ship internationally, only US based. Now, I will not be getting rid of any of my shoes at the moment, so I will just reorganize them. I put more of my party shoes on top. I luckily have an extra space, two extra spaces actually, so I'm excited to bring in more shoes. I do love to see a closet full of shoes. Now, before I do the big reveal, let's remember what it previously looked like. A good old before. I'm just going to point out some of the obvious. I had different color hangers, clothes was all over the floor. My working station was not organized, and my clothes was far from color coordinated. Now for the big reveal. Let us have a moment of silence for how peaceful my closet looks now. After I finished decluttering my closet, I went downstairs for dinner, came back upstairs, completely had forgotten that I had cleaned my closet. And when I stepped into my closet, I got a sense of peace. I felt so calm. I felt like my nervous system was actually regulated, and I felt so proud of myself, which is the most important thing here, is that I was really proud that I actually took the time to declutter my closet, even though I was not too happy to clean it at first, and it was actually very exhausting. It is really a reward in the end and grand scheme of things, because now I have a clean closet to come home to, and my brain feels less cluttered, which is really weird to say, but I feel like there's just something in my brain where I feel less clutter knowing that my closet is clean. And maybe it is subconsciously, but I feel like my productivity has increased at work. I do work from home, so having a messy environment really messes with my head, to be honest. And since my closet is one of the first rooms that I do enter in the morning to get dressed, you can tell how that would impact my whole day. So I'm very proud of myself, and I certainly encourage you to go and declutter a space in your closet if it's too much of a task to do at once. maybe get rid of some pennies, some bras, and take it day by day. I promise you, you will not regret it.